So the first idea we had today didn't work out. Just been to a care home, somewhere we tried about 3 years ago. Just closed back then, and we drove past yesterday. I completely forgot about the place, to be honest, but we drove past and we saw that some of the fence looked like it was pulled away. Looks like they're about to demolish the building, in all honesty. All the windows have been taken out. We are going to go try somewhere else. I can imagine the other place is going to be open. The reason why I'm filming it all as a vlog is because it's only a small building. It might be an interesting place to go back at night and do some paranormal. I think that it'll be a haunted place, and I believe it's listed as well. So we're both feeling so rough today. I spent most of the day sleeping. I feel like I've wasted a day, in all honesty. I'll show you some more buildings. Look, 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 look. Derelict. Derelict. Closed. Not sure about that one. There's some more here, look. Derelict. All derelict. Another derelict. All them are closed by the looks of it. That's closed. Oh, look, more. Derelict. There's one we missed just down there. There's some historic buildings there, that's the thing. It's a very historic place, yeah, like Gladstone. I think it's all listed, Gladstone. And then next to Gladstone, you got this, Roslin Works. All derelict and abandoned. Derelict and abandoned.
It's a shame because
Derelict
there's
and
a lot of
abandoned.
history behind them buildings.
That definitely looks like it's not in use. Ooh, Nissan Sunny. Haven't seen one of those for a long time. So yeah, it's not actually my hometown, just in the city. It's not the nicest of areas. It's really rough, I'd say, up here. I wouldn't like to live around this area, full of abandoned buildings. Most of Stoke-on-Trent is abandoned, derelict. And they have these idea of we're a city, and we're made up of 5 towns or 6 towns? 6 towns. Stoke, Fenton, I want to say, Longton, Tunstall, Burslem, and the other one. I remember when they built this back in 1998. I remember when it opened. It's the only tunnel in Stoke-on-Trent that you can drive through like this. But yeah, we've got Stoke. There's Hanley one.
Yeah.
So Hanley, sure. City centre Hanley.
Yeah, it's another town.
Stoke, Hanley. Doesn't feel like Hanley would be one though. Well, we'll count it. We've got Stoke, Hanley, Fenton, Longton, Tunstall, and Burslem, I think, are the 6 towns. Just behind these bushes is where we're going. So we're going to park on the BP. Hopefully we can get on there. Yeah. There's an Indian here as well. Let's keep going to the Blue Tiffin. They are open, but if we see where we can park.
Swap spaces. I can't drive out here on this road. Just look, it's like...
It's not just that though, it's like 50-mile-an-hour road.
And I'm joining straight away.
People don't always do 50, but then it's like you've got to literally just be, it's like a junction, so I was quite lucky then, really.
I know, I seen so many accidents when I was working in that place there. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's really
not a good junction.
No, it's not a good junction. Look at this crazy bridge. Imagine running away from the police and like having to run up there. Like a clown bridge, isn't it? I think this one goes over train tracks here. We'll check that out after.
Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. If all the things you never show.
Maybe you can fit through and then you can open the door from the inside. Black fence there, so we might have to walk around the main road, you know. We'll try that. This is why it's only going to be a part of the vlog. I'm not going to make it a main channel video because I'm just not convinced that it's going to be one of them places we can get in easily. I'm going to walk along the busy main road now. Just here, like, alright, that was a capturable accident on camera. Wow. And there's been a car show on today. I've seen quite a few old Japanese cars. It's just some nice cars in general. That was an old Toyota Corolla from the 70s. Quite rare, you don't see too many of them. We crossed the first barrier. First barrier was a big gate. And we got over that. It's probably one of them places that they're constantly like fencing it up and things like that. And on Google Maps, this is still a doorway. It's all boarded. It looks like they've bricked it all, and then someone's tried to break in it since anyway. Might be worth a few photos if nothing else. Nothing that way. Let's go right track the other way. People definitely walk around here because all the ground's all trodden down. Ow. I mean, there's going to be people trying to get in here, I can bet, all the time from the local area. And like I say, the grass is all trodden down, so I think that people walk on here often. It isn't exactly hard to get over. I don't think it's going to be doable, guys, unfortunately. It's going to be one of them kind of places. It's just worth keeping on your radar. Somebody could find a way in at some point, and then we can come back. Gone all the way around now. It just doesn't seem to be any way. It was like a water treatment plant built in, I think, the 1800s. Obviously not in use for a long time. I think it's listed. Unsafe structure. We've got steps, that's the quick way, or we can go around this big spiral. I'm going to walk around the spiral. Yeah, I was just saying to you earlier on in the video, we went out last night, we're doing a paranormal investigation in a house. We've done a video in this house in the past. We knew it was meant to be a really haunted place. We decided to go back last night. Luckily, nobody was there. Some people did turn up, but they were nice people, friends of friends. Woke up today and I just felt drained all day. As soon as we got up, we had breakfast, took Luna for a walk, and then I was like, you know what, I could go to bed. I'm shattered, mentally drained, physically drained. I don't know if it's something to do with the fact that we had so much energy used in that building. We had breakfast, took Luna, and then we went. SpongeBob. Yeah, we put SpongeBob on in bed. And straight away, I think I watched 5 minutes, and then I just went to sleep, turned over and went to sleep.
As soon as you got to bed, babes, you started getting ready to go to sleep.
I know. It's like I didn't really have any control over myself. I lay there and I had my head on the pillow, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go sleep. Like, I hate sleeping in the daytime. We'll wait for one train, see the cars? Maybe you can see them. If you go to the end of this road, to the roundabout, and then take a left turn in, come back on yourself, it'll bring you to Caverswall. There's a tyre down there. A tyre on the tracks.
There's a few here, there's a shopping trolley.
Really?
Yeah.
On the track or on the side?
On the side.
God. I mean, it's an active train line. It's strange. It's a good place to come if you're really into trains, train spotting. I mean, the wall isn't that high.
No, that's quite safe to stand.
Hopefully we're not waiting too long for the next train. It is Sunday, so you never know. It's starting to rain, so we might not end up staying. But yeah, I went to sleep, just so tired. I kept waking up to like different episodes of SpongeBob, and I could hear some of it when I was actually asleep. Every time I woke up, Sylvia was just there, lying there, and then eventually I woke up and she'd turned over and gone to sleep herself. If I need sleep, I need sleep. My body's obviously saying, go to sleep. My brain needs to rest. I just feel mostly bad for animals because like Luna came upstairs with us and she lay on the bed. No, she lay next to the bed. But Tiki and Neptune downstairs were just, I could hear them whistling and singing away, and I thought, I felt bad for them. I don't think any trains are gonna come soon.
So, if anyone can guess Where we just been?
KFC.
Comment down below. So we just been at McDonald's and I got a chicken nugget Happy Meal. Let's have a look what we got here. It looks like a little book. Will you help me?
Thin book.
A really thin book. I can be an awesome perfumer. This book belongs to Sylvia. I can't be bothered reading it all.
I'll read it.
Okay.
One day I went to Gibraltar. Oh.
Brain freeze!
Ooh, no, throat freeze.
Oh.
One day I went to Gibraltar in a big hotel. In the morning I go down to eat breakfast. I tell the waitress I want 2 pieces of toast. She bring me only 1 piece. Hold on. I tell her I want 2 piece. She said go to the toilet. I said no, you don't understand. I want 2 piece onto my plate. She say you better not piss on the plate, you son of a... Yeah? Can't read that weird out. I don't even know this woman and she called me a son of a... Yeah. I don't need this.
Is this supposed to be a children's book?
This is a children's book, ladies and gentlemen. I was hoping for a train to go past. No, but it is Sunday. I can't imagine there's going to be many. We're now on to our next place. It's not an abandoned building. We're done for abandoned for the rest of the day. And you can just see the incinerator behind me. Just there. Fun fact, if you play FIFA, I think it was on FIFA 22, 21, 22. Now, the Stoke City stadium, which is the Bet365 stadium, they weren't allowed to call it the Bet365 stadium. So it was called the Stoke City FC stadium. But when you played at the Stoke City FC stadium, you could see the incinerator in the background in the corner, which I always thought was pretty cool. And I remember when this stadium was built, 1997. I remember it was all fresh and all this was freshly laid, and I couldn't believe it. It was like, wow, look at this stadium on top of the hill. And this bridge was known back then to be a bit shaky. I don't know if it still is.
When you remember when a lot of people walk
Yeah.
and we walk with them and it's like, boom.
It does bang,
So
yeah.
loud.
It's just metal, isn't it? This is only metal. Looks like tarmac, it's metal.
Yeah. Cheers.
We'll have to put a gate in. I'll have to go round, but hopefully they don't close them gates up.
But so many years it was always open.
It's always been open. It's been open since 1997. Tell you what, this country, everywhere's closed. It's like, go to work, go home, that's it. You're not allowed to do anything else. This car park here, I don't even know how you get here, to be honest. It's like, we'll build a car park, but we ain't gonna allow cars on there. Bet365 stadium, or the Britannia Stadium, as it's should be called.
Did you meet someone?
Yeah, I met Stanley Matthews. I've got his autograph at home and a photograph that he personally gave to me. I remember when he died as well. I was at the funeral. Like, I queued up outside of my school. When the funeral car came past, I was waiting. So it was a sad time. I remember it though, I was really young, so I would have been 10 at the time. Everybody knows Stanley Matthews. He's very young there, and I'd probably say he's getting on for his mid-30s there, and then he's got to be getting on for nearly 50. This guy played until he was, at least 50 years old. He might have been 51, I can't remember. But he played until he was in his 50s, which is so unheard of these days. If a player gets to 35, they're considered old.
You don't wanna tell me
Everybody pile on. And just like that, it's starting to rain. This is the epitome of British summer. Grey skies. We need to come magnet fishing again.
We do.
I'm very impatient though to magnet fish. I'm impatient to fish in general, and it's not that I just don't like it or wouldn't like it. It's that
You're very impatient person.
I am very impatient. Like, you've seen me, if you've watched my vlog channel for a while, you'll see that when it comes to like my grass at home, I'm impatient. I'll put grass seed down, I'll water it, I'll put a bit of soil over it. If it isn't grown a metre high, the next day I put more seed down, I put more soil down, I water it, and then the next day I buy another £10 worth of grass seed and I put it down. This is the way I am. I'm impatient when it comes to like things like this. And fishing, I fished right here in this spot, and all I was finding was little shards of iron and fishing hooks. I think I found a bottle top, that's it, and that's not good enough for me, so I'm impatient. Wow, look at that. That's a bit scary. She's holding a head. Oh, 6 foot high. No words, no words.
You could have it.
Yeah, I think I might ask him if I can go and live. I'll pay the rent and I'll go live on there with him. Walking up earlier on and walk past this little boat. It ain't a barge, it is like a boat. There's a guy on there with like long hair and a beard, just sitting there reading a book. Sunday evening. It's raining, and then we walk past again, what, half an hour later, and all I can hear is dum 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 dum, playing his bass, sitting on there with his long beard playing a bass. That guy is winning life. As long as he's got enough money to put a bit of diesel in his boat and to pay his taxes and whatever else you have to pay for living on the water, because you know the government don't want you living on boats. They want you in houses so they can tax you, and then they want you to tax you on your tax, and then when you've paid your tax for your tax, they want to tax you on your tax for your tax, because that's how the government works.
You know what?
This guy's against all that. I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say.
That's the third one now.
She's saying I'm a moaning British person. Can you blame me? Look, summertime. Summertime in England. Summertime. There's summertime, and there's some more summertime. There's summertime there, and there's summertime there.